Okay, so I'm going to play a little Home on the Range I gave you. This is for the Kennard 3-day intensive. And this is out of lesson number 3 of my DVD series, pages 22 and 23. Home on the Range, Advanced Beginner. If you look in the middle of each line, I've written the beats. Notice from the beginning, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. I'm finger picking with thumb, index, and middle on these 3 strings. But I want to feel constant eighth notes on every measure, especially where I'm not hitting the strings. So notice I'm going to flinch every eighth note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 1 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1, 2. So I usually am not going to count out loud like that, but I certainly am moving like that. I want to keep track of every possible eighth note slot in each measure, whether there's a note there or not. I want to feel the groove of the music. The first thing we did is I talked about adding filler picking. So look through the first 2 lines of that tune, find a numbered beat that doesn't have a number written under it. For example, measure 2 on the second beat, there's nothing there. Measure 4, second beat, nothing there. Measure 5, second beat, nothing there. And measure 7, there's nothing on beats 2 and 3, and I'm also going to say in measure 8, nothing on beats 1 and 2, because we have that tied note that starts measure 8. So I want you to hit a bass string on every one of those empty places. So you're going to play the melody and hit the bass. 1 and 2 and. Here comes your first one. Bass. Here comes your next one. Bass. Bass. Oh, 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 2, oh, 1. Bass. 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 Okay? Instead of hitting the bass in those empty spots, we could hit the middle. But what I really want to hear you do is improvise on every one of those empty beats. Are you going to hit the bass? Are you going to hit the middle? And maybe don't hit anything at all. So listen again. 1, 2, and. On this first one, I'm going to hit a middle, I guess. 0, 2, 1. On this next one, I'm going to hit a bass right here. Now I'm not going to hit anything. So I'm improvising all that. Now here I'm going to hit stuff. Middle, 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 middle. Alright, so we filled some empty beats with filler picking. Let's take it one step further. Each beat has an and here, and most of these are empty. Like look in measure 2. You got something on beat 1, but then empty, you have the and of 1, 2, and the and of 2. I want to hit stuff on every possible empty eighth note slot. Right now, I'm just going to hit a bass constantly. So here we go. 1 and 2 and oh bass, oh bass, oh bass. 1 bass, 2 bass, bass, bass. Oh 2, 1 bass, 3 bass, 3 bass, 3 bass, bass. More interesting would be if I improvise whether I'm hitting the bass on these empty spots or the middle string. Or maybe sometimes not adding filler. So here we go again. 1, 2, and oh bass, oh middle, oh middle. 1 bass, 2 bass, middle bass. Oh 2, 1 bass, 3 middle, 3 middle, 3 and then nothing. Bass, middle, oh, oh, middle, oh, bass, 2 bass, oh, bass, 1. I'm going to add a 1 on the bass there. See what I'm doing there? So the essence of what I tried to show with this is I want to learn a melody, a simple melody, without any filler picking. And I want to be especially aware of all the possible empty places I might put a filler picking. And then, when I do stick things there, I'm going to improvise what string it is. It could be bass, middle, or melody, and sometimes I don't want to do any filler.